introduction is Ray Young has been involved in Toastmasters for about 4 years. He started a club at his former workplace and spent time in all of the club officer roles. Now he has an officer role in Toastmasters District 6 as Area 22 Governor in Frontier Division. His role as area governor has stretched his limits and pushed him forward in his Toastmasters career. Ray is working on earning his Advanced Communicator Bronze and has a goal of submitting 3 educational awards this Toastmaster year so he can be awarded with the Triple Crown. Ray plans to keep visiting the Northfield Club at least once a month as he is working with the local radio station, KYMN AM 1080, broadcasting a daily word of the day's show. Here is Ray Young with his speech. Welcome to being a small business partner. Welcome to being a small business partner, Ray Young.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, guests, friends. I've had a long career with Wells Fargo. I started in 1998 in the call center as a phone banker. I moved up within the company to another call center as an internal support customer service representative and to retirement plan services in the call center. I had enough of call centers and I moved another step up the ladder to being an operations processor, doing backroom check processing, and parlayed that step further to becoming an operations analyst in the transportation department, even moving up a couple of times within the transportation department in that position. Now, I've never really wanted to or dreamed of being a corporate ladder climber. I'm more of an entrepreneurial spirit. I like small businesses, small mom and pop shops. One of the great things I love about Northfield and working with the radio station here, KYMN. But I got the opportunity. After 16 years working with Wells Fargo, here in 2014, I took a chance and had an opportunity to become an entrepreneur. It was spring of 2014. I had been looking for other work within the company, as I'd known from the last couple of years in my department, our department would be downsized and maybe altogether eliminated, and I was going to need to move on to something else. A friend of mine had been recruiting me. He had a small business printing shirts and other textiles, stickers, posters, you name it. He'd been doing it all by himself. He said, I need a business partner, and he had looked up to me for my organizational and corporate experience. He wanted me to join his company. We'd be partners. Even though he had this wealth of experience in his industry and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of machines to do this work, he was going to make me a 50-50 partner. Wow, I thought. He had approached me before over the last couple of years, but I thought, well, he's kind of small. I have this great secure position within Wells Fargo. Why would I want to leave that regular paycheck, the benefits, the retirement benefits, the many things that come with a good corporate job? But he took me to his office, showed me the new machines, the new work that he was able to do. And I said, let's do this. Let's take a month. We spent the month of April. We called it the month of discovery. We had several meetings where we sat down, discussed our business plan, where we would get business, what our individual roles would be, what else we needed to make this company jump to the next step. I was really excited. May comes along, I put in my notice at Wells Fargo, put in my last 2-3 weeks. By the end of May, I was working full-time. ShirtJockeys.com. We had a great office off the University in 280 in St. Paul. And he even went to the state of Minnesota and filed for the organization of an LLC. We were ShirtJockeys.com LLC. There was my name. And in the email he said, welcome to being a small business owner in St. Paul. Oh, I was realizing a dream. I was shedding the corporate world and moving out into small business where I could actually affect change, where I could actually grow. My limits would be stretched and I could reach new accomplishments and achievements that seemed a little limited within the corporate structure. I was excited. I even cashed in my 401k from Wells Fargo, invested $20,000 into the business. Getting everything ready, we had a grand opening planned for June 14th, which happened to coincide with the day that light rail was opening up along University. And there was a great amount of traffic to be brought in. We partnered with the other retail partners on Raymond Avenue, right off of University. We printed up flyers, we printed up business cards. We stuffed these into this grab bag that they would be handing out, some 2,500 grab bags that they were going to be handing out to all this foot traffic to try and attract people to our business along with these other retail partners. I worked and I worked and I worked. I spent hours on end in the office preparing our retail space, making sure the machines were all calibrated and working, and I didn't get to do all the work myself. There were other people that we had brought in to help us with those machines and to help do some of the tedious work, and I was going to be an operations manager, a managing partner of the business. I was so excited, working my tail off, and even when I wasn't at work, you know, I'm at home, I can't fall asleep, I'm thinking of who's this other customer we can bring in, what other way can we advertise, how else can we market? Oh, this is going to be great. We worked and worked, and I'll tell you, the night before our grand opening, I couldn't sleep. I was so excited. I maybe got 2 hours of sleep and actually got up rather early in the morning. I'm kind of a late morning person, 10 a.m. That morning I was up at 6:30, down to the staging area where this grand opening would take place for the light rail, and handed them out all of these grab bags that we were going to be giving. And I was at the office by 7:15, 7:30 preparing. So had the other staff. We were all there, except my business partner. That's okay. He's the big boss. We're the grunts. We'll take care of the work. He finally shows up around 10 a.m., 10:15, and we were to start our grand opening at 10 a.m. He walks in and he grabs one employee and goes over and talks to them. They don't come back. Grabs another employee, goes and talks to them. They don't come back. And there I was working with a couple of other people. They said, he walked up to us and he said, "You guys, we're not having a grand opening today. Let's just shut it down. Go home for the day. Ray, we need to talk." A little frustrated because I put a lot of work into this, I sat down with him as calmly and receptively as I could be, something I gained from Toastmasters training, to listen. I sat and listened while he listed off this laundry list of things that I supposedly didn't do. A lot of vague, kind of non-factual, "Oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do this, you didn't do this." Things that I did do, but he argued that I didn't. He said, "Ray, we'd like you to step away from the company. What would it take to get you to leave the company?" I didn't argue. I was in shock. The best thing I could say is, "Well, I guess if you pay me back the $20,000 investment I put into the company, I'll just move on." Grabbed my belongings, put them in a box, didn't have a whole lot there, and I went home. Haven't heard a thing since. I've not been allowed back on the property under threat of he'd call the police, and have not been paid a single dollar. So this was my welcoming to being a small business partner. He did not do me justice, but hopefully the next opportunity will be better. Mr. Toastmaster.
1 minute.